Welcome to Pilates Thursday night. Here we go. We're going to get started. We start standing, inhaling, lifting up. Take a deep breath in, stretch tall. Exhale, float your arms down. Inhale, lift up, stretch nice and tall. Exhale, stretch down. Good. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, take it down. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale out. And 2, inhale, exhale out. Last one, inhale, exhale out. Good. We're going to roll the shoulder blades up, back, and down. Sink it down into your squat first. I want you to reach your arms forward. Shoulder blades are up, back, and down. Now, once you're here, add in that pelvic tilt, and we're just going to push down against the floor. Good. We're going to get started right away with those legs. Inhale, exhale. Good. Warming up the body from the ground up. Pressing from the floor. We don't want to bounce. Got it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your arms, lift up, inhale. Exhale out. Good. Roll the shoulder blades up, back, and down. Now turn the heels in, toes are out. Sink it down. Bring your arms forward. Roll the shoulder blades again into the back pockets. Now we have a plie position, and I just want us to move up and down a little bit. Good. Reaching forward, chest is lifted. Got it. Nice and easy for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, drop your arms, take a deep breath in, lift up, inhale. Exhale, float it down. Go ahead and turn your toes slightly forward once again. Sink it back down into that squat. Take your hands, hand under elbow here. We're gonna rock from side to side. Just stretching it out. Getting into those obliques. Stretch. Other side. Good. Keeping that isometric hold in the legs. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2. Let's make it dynamic. We're going to chop our squat now. Open up the arms, take it down, squat, and lift. Good. Stretch. Pull the back. Pull that band back. Take it down and lift. You got it. Down, squeeze. Shoulder blades together, just a little bit more dynamic. 4 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take the toes, turn them out. Heels are in. Back into plie. Take it down. Now shift from side to side. A little bit bigger. A little bigger movement. Chin is lifted. Find your center here. Left to right. Here we are. Turn the palms now, tick-tock, side to side, just a little bit bigger. In that plie position, we're trying not to fall over. We are going to move into some lunges with some rotations. Make sure we open up the hips. Still all warming up here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in. Now we're going to spin to the left. So spinning to the left, we're already where we need to be. Okay, so our toes are pointed forward on the left. And then we want to squeak that right leg back. So we have this nice crescent position. Adding in that pelvic tilt, belly is in nice and tight. Hands on the waist to start. Okay, and we're going to push forward. So the back leg stays nice and straight. You get a stretch to that hip flexor. Lifting back up. Power through the heel. Forward. And back. So I'm staying high on my back toes, warming up these legs, warming up these hips, opening up the hip flexor. We're going to need to open that hip flexor up as we move into our core moves today. We have 3 more. 3, stretch it. 2, stretch. And 1. All right, from here, we're going to take our hands in front of us, just like we did in that warm-up. Our hand on top of elbow, hand underneath elbow. It doesn't matter which one is which. Take it down nice and slow. Hold that isometric hold. Pop that back knee open. Now we're going to twist over towards that left hip. Okay, so I'm twisting away. I'm twisting over top of that front leg. Twist. Good, center. Find the balance. Just a little bit of balance to kick us off here. Adding in that nice little twist. We're still warming up. That isometric hold's creating some heat. Twist. We're gonna go for 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2. Nice, 1 more. Twist. Great job. Release those hands, lift them up, shoulders overhead, roll them up, back and down, place them in your back pockets. Now we dive. I know that front leg is talking. 1. Exhale, dive. It's a good thing. 2. Exhale, dive. 3. Nice. Exhale, dive. Right over that supporting leg. Exhale. And lift. Exhale. 4 more times. And lift. I know. 3. Dive. Lift it up. 2. Lift it up. 1. Lift it up. Hold here. Spin it forward. Back into our plie. Good. Palms are forward. Let's shift from side to side. Woo! Feels good. Toes are out. This is our active recovery. This is where we get to stretch. Hold it for center. All right. Let's spin to the other side. Spin. Okay, here we are. We're going to start with those hands on the hips. If you need to work that gait a little bit wider, just sneak that back leg back. It's fine. Hands on those hip pointers. Here we go. We're going to take it slightly forward and back. Take that knee check. You don't want to go past your toes. You get that nice little stretch right in that back hip flexor. Back. Good. If you need to hold on to a chair or add some balance factor into this, you can hold on to the wall or chair. That's totally fine. But the balance is key here. 4 and 3. Good. And 2. Exhale up. 1 more time. Down and up. All right. Take those hands, hand over elbow here, hand underneath elbow. Hold it center. Sink it down. Pop the back knee up. Feel strong here. Let's twist. Obliques. 1. Exhale as you twist. 2. Getting into those internal obliques. Exhale. 3. Twist. 4. You got it. Twist. 5. Again. Stay strong. 6. Just 2 more. Twist. 7. Twist. That's 8. Hold it here. Now lift up just the arms. Sink a little lower if you can. Let's dive 8 times. Here we go. 8. Inhale, lift. 7. Inhale, lift. Good. 6. Keep those legs stationary. Can you do it? 5. 4. Dive. 3 more to go. You got this. 2. Exhale. Inhale, lift. 1 more time. Dive. And lift. Hello. Open up. Spin it forward. Okay. Bring in the heels. Okay. Heel toe them in. You can walk out those legs if you need it. Sink it into chair. Let's squeeze it up. Take it back down. Hit the reset here. Good. Triceps pull back. Pushing the weight into the heels. Nice job. 4. 3. 2. Hold the last one down. Hold it down. Belly is in. Turn the palms. High five the ceiling. Finish up here. Here we go. For 8. 7. Chest is up. 6. 5. Sink it a little lower if you can. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Take a deep breath in. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, float it down. We're going to spin now. Going to get to our L-shaped stretch. So take a step to the back of your mat. Take a look down lengthwise of the mat. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. We get the L-shaped stretch. Exhale, halfway fold. If you need a little bit of assistance, use the wall. Push yourself away from the wall. Kind of helps elongate the spine. You can drop your arms down, okay, if that's too much. Or if you need a little bit more stretch here, you can put your hands on mid-quad, pull the belly button in, and just give yourself that support. This is our first L-shaped stretch, so we hang out here for just another 2 breaths. It's the longest state here. Good. Inhale. On that second exhale, go ahead and lower it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Stretch to the back. Shake the head no. Release any tension you're holding on there. Inhale. Exhale 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, round yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Reset here, inhale, let's lift. We do that 2 more times. Exhale, halfway fold and pause. Reach, a little stronger now. Open up the back of the knees. Belly is in nice and tight. 1 more breath, inhale. On that exhale, dive, just a little stronger, just a little deeper. Upper body's heavy. Shake out the head, no. Everything's fine. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, round yourself up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Feels good to stretch those legs after that warm up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, halfway fold. Just pause for a breath. Inhale, exhale, take yourself down, 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 down. If your fingertips are not hitting the ground, bend your knees, walk out 2 steps. We're in a down dog position. Chin pulls to the chest, and I want you to walk out that dog. 1 knee at a time. Just give it a little bit of relief. Give those legs what they want. Stretch it out. Good. Hold it center here. Inhale, high up on your toes. Exhale, let the heels descend down to the mat. Keep opening up the back of the knees. Inhale, lift high on your toes. Take note, where are your hips? Keep lifting them up through the core. Exhale, bring them down. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, work through those feet 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let them descend down. Shake out the head, no. Walk your hands out 1 more step as you bring the body forward into high plank position. Add in that pelvic tilt. So exaggerate it to start, okay? So maybe I'm up here, my tailbone is tilted up, my butt's up in the air. Add in that pelvic tilt and then shift your weight slightly forward. So now I can feel my fingertips gripping through the mat. Now imagine that you had a balloon between your arms and it's a windy day. We don't want it to blow away. So you just give it just a little bit of a squeeze between those arms, and then you feel the front. You feel the front of the body, you feel the chest, you feel the front of the core, and everything's good. So with that plank position, you can rock and saw if you like it. Just wakes up the upper body a little bit, keeping that pelvic tilt. Hold it here. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees, sit back, child's pose. Stretch. Elongate your spine, get yourself ready for what's to come. All right, so I'm gonna move up a level. It's just a little easier for you to see me. From here, we're moving back into plank. We do have a quick plank series here. Okay, we're gonna move through some oppositional plank a little bit. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna give you lots of modifications that you can move through. Inhaling here, exhaling. Let's bring ourselves back up to plank position. Curling the toes underneath, pop the knees up. We've been here once before. Add in that pelvic tilt. Okay, to start, we're going to drive the knee into the opposite elbow. So let's start with our left knee. Left knee is going to pull in and drive up to the opposite elbow. Now take note, when I drive the knee in, am I shifting my weight forwards? Now my shoulders are over top of my fingers, or am I holding that plank and driving the knee up, up, up with my core, okay? The goal isn't to bring the knee to the elbow. The goal is to contract through the core. Okay, so let's continue there. Drive it up, push it back. Same side, we're gonna do that 3 more times. Push it back, 2, push it back, 1, push it back. Good, now drop the knee, sit back, child's pose. We're just warming up. I want to set us up for success. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it back up. If you can only do 2 like that, that's fine. I'm going to give you the modification coming up, but I think we can all hang out and plank for a second or 2. Let's try the other side. Opposite knee to opposite elbow. push it back. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. Always bringing that foot back into position. Drop the hip. 5. Drive it in. 6. 2 more. 7. Drive it in. And 8. Hold it. Center. Float the knees down. Sit back to child's pose. Really start to feel that core now, okay? Now, if that was enough for you for plank and you want to go right to modified, you have the option, okay? I'm going to add on to that. So we have to have some options here. Inhaling here. Now, from here, we're going to come back into plank. Now, what I'd like us to do from here is we're going to take our opposite hand and we're going to reach it back to our opposite toe. So I lift up, not into a down dog. I don't want to be here. I'm going to lift up through my plank, through my core, so that way I can lift up my opposite hand and reach for my knee. Bringing it back. If you're like, not happening, what you're going to do is come into modified plank, kick one leg out, all right, reach up and bring it in through a tabletop crunch. Okay, this is completely fine. But I think I know that you guys can do this. We're going to come up, reach for the knee, bring it back down, okay? Stay on one side, bring it back down. We're going to get the option of coming here, okay? I know that we've done those in the past, and if we were on the reformer, that's where we want to go. But I want to prep that core. Lift up through the waist 2 more times. Bring it forward. Lift up through the waist. If you can hold. We're going right to the other side. Hips are square. Let's lift to crunch. Here we go. 1, we're just going to do 6. 2, float through space. Always coming back to plank. 3. Good, I'm lifting through the waist, not thrusting my hips up. 4. 5. And 6. Take a break. Knees are down. Sit back to child's pose. Okay, so we should be feeling that entire core engaging at this point. If we're feeling it in your wrists or your shoulders or your neck or any other joint in low back, okay, you can come right into that bird dog. We're going to come right back into this position. Now, if you were here for bird dog, elbow to knee with an extension, what you're going to do now to make this harder is you're going to reach that hand to your foot. Okay, foot to hand, meaning somewhere at the belly button. That's going to make that just a little bit harder. Now for everybody else who wants to go into high plank, okay, come with me here, plank position. It's that same position. We're going to add on. We're going to lift up nice and high. This time, keep bringing your hips up, up, up. You still have that core engagement, but I want you to reach for your toe. When you come forward, that opposite knee is going to come in and reach for the elbow. What we want to avoid is this. Push it back, thrust it forward. Push it back, thrust it forward, okay? You want to control it. Find yourself at the center. If you've started already, keep going. We're going to do 4 on each side. Come with me if you'd like. Lifting up, reaching, nice and slow. Bring it back. Find your plank, drive the knee up. Everything's meeting at the center, okay? Remember that tabletop is your option to modify. That's 2. Lift, touch. Bring it back. Try not to rock and roll. Nice and slow with control. Really warming up the body here. Opposite knee to elbow. Hold, hit, reset. Other side for 4. Come with me. Lift. Keep it going. Reach across. Bring it back for the twist. Find your plank, then lift. Trying to stay out of that momentum zone. Even if I'm in tabletop, I don't want to just like fly willy-nilly through the position. Knee comes up. We've already done a couple of these. We know what to do. Last one. Cross it over. Bring it back. Knee comes in. Find your plank. Slowly lower it down all the way to the mat. Slide your elbows up. Give yourself a nice little sphinx and relax. Nice job. Breathe it out. We're going to be in prone position for the next series. Hooray. Definitely feeling that core engaged, which is good. We would want to keep it active even though it's, quote, resting at this point. Now, once we're here, we want to flip the toes and glue them to the mat. Okay, so glue those toes to the mat. Bring your hands out to a goalpost. Slide your elbows just below the shoulder joint. Okay? From here, we're going to lift up in that position. So we lift up here through the back. You can feel your spine. Okay, maybe if it's too high, just lower a hair, keeping the upper body stationary. I want us to squeeze the shoulder blades to promote that lift. So we squeeze the shoulder blades. See how my elbows are a little bit lower than my shoulders? That's good. Bring it down. I'm not lifting and thrusting through my upper body. I'm not lifting and lowering. I'm already up. I'm moving through the back. You can always shake the head no. Nice and easy. Keep lifting. Drive the base of those shoulder blades together. Working through this nice, healthy back move. Good. Keep it going. We have 4 and 3 and 2. One more. And relax. Shake it out. All right, so we should be feeling the position, that spot right underneath the shoulder blades, right between them is where we're pulling in and down. All right, now slide those arms out. So this is where we kind of get in trouble when we start to come up into the shoulders and shrugging up. Core is still engaged, okay? We want to make sure that when we work our core that we also work our back. Squeeze the shoulder blades up, back, and down. We prepped them for a reason. Now we're going to lift up through those arms. Now from here, we pull for that lat pull. Squeeze the elbows up, back, and down. Dive it forward. Give yourself a little bit of relief by lowering down. Take note, am I thrusting through the back, the low back? Is that where I'm headed? Or am I lifted and my arms are moving just a little bit higher because my shoulder blades are retracting. They're pulling those elbows back. Good. You can keep the neck long this way. Rather than trying to lift with the head, continue with these lat pulls. Now thinking about the breath, we're kind of going back to basics in January here, and we're kind of we're drilling down some of these moves. This is one of my favorite moves for the back. You don't need heavy weights to really work the back. The back is some of the biggest muscles in our body. Squeeze. We often tend to neglect the back and round through it. So making sure we're feeling these big muscles. Pull the lat bar down, bring it forward. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale to a lift. Exhale to a pull. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to fold those arms just as we did in our warm-up. Okay, so hand right underneath the elbow, other hand on top of the elbow. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. I want them to be activated through this. If you feel your low spine right above your glutes, you can always rest your head down. That's always okay. Now we're getting back into the glutes. Everything's posterior. We bend the knees, flex the feet, open those knees up a little bit wider. We're going to squeeze the glutes to lift the knees up off the ground. So I don't want to be rounding through my back and just letting my upper body just be there just as dead weight. I want it to be active and engaged. So once I'm up, I can squeeze my glutes, lower down. Squeeze my glutes, lower down. My feet are flexed and slightly pointed out. Good. We don't want to overflex. Lift and lower. Make sure we're breathing. Give a good exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades down the back. Crown of the head reaches forward. It's up and down. If you're like, I'm not really going up that high, that's normal. Just get a little bit of air underneath those knees. And lower. Pausing for a second. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one, we lift. And we lower, relax, point the toes, glue them back down to the mat. Find that Velcro and zip them back up. Now, we're coming back forward into the back, this last portion of the series. thumbs are up, okay? So thumbs up across the room, okay? Whoever is looking at you, good job. We lift up to an I, we move to Y, and then we're gonna move to a T where we turn the palms up. It's the same position where we were before, sliding the shoulder blades down the back. I'm lifted up a little bit through my upper body, and all I really wanna do is lift up through my arms. So I had to pull my shoulder blades down, lift up those arms. This is your I, okay? You don't have to give it the strong thumbs up. You can keep your grip loose. When you come to Y, turn the palms down. My arms are in a Y position, okay? So my palms are facing down. When I come to T, I'm gonna open up. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Now squeeze those thumbs towards each other, okay? So now the T would be out here, but I want you to open up that T like we're flying. Good, come back to Y. Turn the palms to I. Let's continue. So it's Y, T, go for flight. Palms up, sweep it back to Y. Back to I. We didn't come down yet, I know. Palms open, Y. Get out to T. If you can turn those palms up and squeeze those triceps, go for it. Good, back to Y. Back to I. 2 more times, ready? Y, keep it out of the neck, shake the head no. T for flight. Back to Y. Back to I. 1 more. I know it's getting tired. Here we go. Y. T for flight. Got to bring it back. Y. I. And relax. Woo. Go ahead and stack your hands one last time. This time I want you to rest your head right on those hands. We're going to go for some hamstring pulls here. Pointing through the toes. We're going to lift up through the left leg. Okay, so you just want to lift up just a little bit. Bend the knee. So now we have this lift. If you feel your hip is jamming into the ground, you can always put something there. We're not here that long. The knee is slightly off the mat. Flex. Kick it out with a flex foot. Point. Lower. All right. Stay on that side. So it's up, bend, flex to lift to kick, point, lower. Again. Good. So you bend to lift, flex to kick, try to keep it up. Point and lower. 2 more. Up, bend, flex, kick it and lift, point, lower. 1 more. Up, bend, flex, kick, point, and lower. All right. You can switch the side your head is resting on if you'd like. Other side. Lift a pointed toe. Bend at the bent knee. Flex. Kick it out. That's that lengthening we're looking for. Point and lower. Cool. Up. Bend. Flex. Kick the flex. Point. Lower. Lift. Bend pointed toe, flex at that flex knee, extension, point. These aren't easy. 3 more. So it's a lift, bend, flex, come on, kick it out, point, lower. Last 2. Work through that posterior. These are not easy moves to do. You might feel tired, but they're really good moves to do for that back. And lower. 1 more. Let's strengthen here. Last one. Up, bend, flex, kick it out, point, and lower. Give yourself a child's pose. Sit back, lengthen through your spine. Nice work there. All right, so you're feeling that whole posterior. If you feel fatigue in the lower back, that's normal, okay? Because we were working through the posterior as well as our core in those planks. Just don't want to feel specific pain, but that tiredness is good. That means we're getting stronger. We're going to move into some push-ups tonight, and you'll be happy to know that we get a child's pose in between each of our sets. Okay, so our first one, we just do 1. We're going to stay here in child's pose. As we come forward, we pounce forward, lock and load the legs at the top. Lower the chest down nice and slow between your thumbs. We lift up, uncross the legs, and sit back to those heels. All right, now we're going to do 2. So we stack them. You get these stretches in between. Bringing it forward, cross the legs. Let's do 2 push-ups. Exhale. If you'd like to take these to full push-ups, you certainly can do that. Stretch. Bring it back. I'm going to stay modified so you can stay with me here for 3. It's like, well, it depends on how many we're going to do. We're going up a mountain and we're going to come right back down. If that changes anything, uncross, stretch back. Bring it forward for 4. We're going to hit 5 and then come back down, okay? 1. Chest comes forward, elbows graze back. 2. Exhale up. 3. 1 more. Exhale up. Uncross those legs as you sit back. It's just a hesitation. Bring it forward. Cross the legs. Who's out there doing standards? 1. 2. We're doing 5. 3. Remember to grab the mat. Strong hands. 4. Elbows back. And 5. Sit back and stretch. All right, we're at the top. We're coming down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Who can do it? It's a nice little challenge. Let's bring it forward. 4. Use that breath to bring you up. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. 3. Nice job. Keep the chest open. 2. Big breath. Inhale, exhale. 1. Uncross those legs. Give yourself a break. If you need to break through one of these sets, that's fine. Come with me if you'd like. Here's 3. 3. Exhale up. 2. And 1. Stretch it out. Can you guys do 2 and then 1? I think everybody here can. Let's bring it forward. Cross. You just have 2. Good. Don't dump the shoulders forward. Keep that chest open. They're getting tired. Your best one here. Bringing it forward. Drop it down. Exhale up. Uncross those legs. Give a thumbs up. Right across the room. Nice job. Breezing right through those. All right. So we're going to come forward, swing our feet through so we can roll all the way down. Just find a nice comfortable position. Make sure that you have enough space behind you to roll down onto your mat. Legs are nice and long. They're not quite done for the day. We will kind of cap off the workout tonight, our session with some more legs. So let's give them some love and a hamstring stretch. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time. On that exhale, round yourself up, flat back. We lift, inhale, exhale, we lower. It's our first roll down of the night, so let's take it nice and slow, adding in that pelvic tilt, lowering down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, rest your head. Take your arms overhead and just stretch. Elongate through the spine. We've worked a lot of core. We hit every part of the body so far, and this is only in the first half of class. So let's just stay here for an extra moment. Hit that reset button. Sliding the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale. On the exhale, float your hands up. Add in that pelvic tilt. Make sure that low back comes down to the mat. We exhale, peel ourselves up forward, crunch forward. Grab a hold of your feet or your ankles. Give yourself this last resisted stretch. Inhale, exhale, round it up nice and slow. Exhale, let's lower. We're going to do that 3 more times. 3. We lose that stretch. Inhale, exhale. We keep it fluid. Peel yourself up off the mat. Crunch forward. Round it up. Flat back. 2 more, nice and slow. 1 vertebrae at a time. Stretch. Exhale, let's lift. Crunch forward past your toes. Inhale, exhale, flat back. Lower it down 1 vertebrae at a time. We're coming right back up to seated. Inhale, exhale. Stretch it forward. You know me, I like to flow. Round it up to flat back. Okay, so I don't want to hop from one to the next. You know we're moving into a hip hinge now to make sure that our core is ready for what's on deck. Hip hinge, you start at that back, that flat back, as if we're going to roll down. But if someone was to push us over at the chest and we're resisting it, we hinge at the waist. I'm on my sits bones, not my tailbone. My core is in nice and tight, pulling the rib cage off of those hips. Arms are forward for leverage. Inhale, exhale, drive the heels together. You have a nice soft Pilates V between those feet. We're going to start with our arm scissors just to get it warmed up. Taking the right hand down, pinky down, left hand reaches. Open up that spread between those arms. Exhale, let's switch. And switch. This is a modified teaser, okay, obviously. Inhale, exhale, it's modified. Our legs, our lever is holding us down, but we just don't want them to be dead weight. Make sure we're squeezing those inner thighs together. Inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6. Keep the back nice and flat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your center, unhinge. Dive it forward. Give yourself a little bit of relief, okay? It's always okay to give yourself that break. If that means that you can do 2 more reps with good form, give yourself the break, even if it's before my count, okay? If you feel like you want to do 2 more after that, that's okay too. All right, so now we're going to add in just a little bit of a twist. We started off our session tonight with some twists and plank. It's very similar. The core is the constant. The core is what's pulling us together. We don't want to think about rounding through the back to meet the knee. We don't want to think about the knee pulling up through the hip flexor. We want to think about that core being that stabilizer. So from here, back to hip hinge position. Inhale, exhale. We've been here once before, but now we're going to add in that leg. Okay, so thinking that hip flexor wants to do all the work, just loosen it up. Bringing in that Pilates V will help externally rotate the leg. All right, from here, we're going to take that opposite elbow, so right elbow to left knee. We're going to drive it up and extend it out. So I'm not crunching forward, okay, and I'm not just pulling that knee back to me. I'm making this little V, okay, that little teaser V right at the hip joint. Keep it going. This is going to come a little bit bigger, just like we did earlier. There's always a method to this madness. Exhale. Now, if that's too much for your back, this hand that's forward, this is fine. It'll give you a little bit of support. Lift. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. Crunch. Last one. Hit the reset. Lift the chest. If it kind of dumped a little bit, that's okay. Other side. Here we go. Crunch. And extend. V it together. Think about the chest meeting the quad, okay? A little bit of teaser conditioning. Other hand can be down or forward. Use the breath, exhale. 5 more. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unhinge. Dive it forward. We're feeling right between those hip pointers, yeah? Okay, I'll take your word for it. Inhale, exhale, 1 more breath. Inhale, exhale. Hit that reset button, set yourself up for success. Now, you know you can always come back to that bent knee, but now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger where our opposite hand is going to reach for the opposite foot. Okay, if you need the support of that other hand, this is fine, all right? But I don't want you to dump everything into that shoulder. You want to be lifted up and closing off. So you can see when I lift, I crunch, but my back is still nice and strong. Okay, inhaling, if you're going to try for the more advanced, you lift your arm up on the right side. On the exhale, let's lift and crunch. Reach for those toes and open up. Crunch. 2, nice straight leg if you can. Remember, this is okay too. 3, remember that? That's fine. 4, lift with the lower core, lift. 5, 6, we're gonna do 10. 7, belly pulls in and up. 8, lift with the core. Try not to let the quad do everything. 9 is gonna do a little bit. And 10. If you can stay where you are, hit the reset, lift up through the chest. You can always dive forward and get a stretch. But here we are, other side, hand down or up if you like it. Let's take it across. 1 one. Remember when we were in that plank and we lifted up through the waist? It's the same idea, but now we're pulling the belly in and up to help lift that leg. Working with gravity here. You got it. And lift. Keep the back nice and strong. Crunch it forward. You have 4 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Bring it forward, unhinge, and dive. Nice job. All right. Inhale here. Exhale, round it up. Flat back. We roll it all the way down. 1 vertebrae at a time. On to the next series. All right, here's the true test, right? If we were working our core, you should feel that between those hip pointers, stabilizers, hang out at the bottom. You can point and flex your toes. It's all good. All right, so we're still going to work through that same cross, okay? And we're going to make this just a little bit, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, where we're going to bring ourselves up to V-sit. I'm going to start us all off modified. We're going to start with the modified part of the series. Moving up to advanced, know that you can always stay at the level that preceded it, okay? Inhale here. Taking your right hand behind your head, left hand is down by your side. This is the easy one. We see curve up. As we see curve up, remember that belly button's pulling down and up, okay, towards the ground. Keep your low back down. Drive the left knee in to cross, just like crisscross, all right? But we're not bringing the leg all the way over. I want everything to meet at the belly button. Push it back, lower the head down. All right, so the head is heavy in that hand. Go nice and slow. If you feel your low back when you're lifting here, what you can do is bend that supporting knee, okay? Foot flat on the ground. Once I bend that leg, this is much more manageable. A lot more easier for me to handle here, okay? A little less core engagement, a little bit less stabilization, but that's okay. Exhale. Here's 3. Take it out. 2. Take it out. Last one, we go right to the other side. Switch your hands. Left hand behind the head. Head is heavy in those hands. Right hand is down. Let's bring it up. Bring it up, bring it across. You're going to meet right at that belly button, okay? So really see curving up as much as that leg is coming in. Being mindful of this movement. Exhale on the way up. It engages the core just a little bit more. Keep it going. Control it. Find your center. Everything goes back down through the center. 3, you add that little twist as you move up. 2, last one here. And cross. All right, take your arms overhead and stretch. Okay, so we're really thinking about twisting out that towel. All right, we're wringing ourselves out. We're adding in those twists, okay, getting into that rotation, getting into that new plane. So from here, you have options. You can stay where you are, or we're going to move up a level to a bent knee. We're only going to do 5 with the bent knee and then 5 with the straight leg. If you want to do all bent knee, you can. If you want to do the entire set of 10, just as we just did, that's fine too. But you're going to take your left hand, place it down, okay? Now this hand is, again, going to come up overhead or behind your head. It's harder if it's behind your head because we're going to meet the knee and the elbow as we roll ourselves up. If you need more leverage, the hand is here. All right, so this left hand's going to help me up. When I come up, I'm going to bring my knee to meet my elbow. Look, I'm right where I was in that V-sit. When I open up, I find my center, extend the leg down. This hand's here to help me. Extend back, okay? If I want to stay here, that's fine. All right, so that was 1. I'm sure everybody tried it. Let's do 4 more. Here we go. 4. Lower with control. Lifting straight up at the top, you twist once you're on those sits bones. 3. 2. 1 more. Cross. And down. We do 5 on the other side before we come back to that, okay? Here we go. Lift up, cross, because the next one's really big if you want to take it to that level. 2, make sure you're rolling up through the center. Roll up to the center. The twist happens at the top. 3. Exhale at the top. 4. One more. And 5. Arms overhead, stretch yourself out. Okay, you know those 2 levels. You can stay right where you are. If you want to kick it up a notch, you're going to come with me now. This arm is going to come overhead. Left hand can still help you. We're coming up to a V up. Opposite hand to opposite foot. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it all the way up. Now look, we're right back at that teaser. As we lower, lift the arm up, roll it down. You don't want to flat back, belly flop down or back down. Exhale, lift. Pull through the belly, lower it down. 3 more, here we go. You have a longer lever to work with, but you gotta lift that leg up all the way. We don't get to bend it. 2 more. Inhale back, exhale to lift, last one. Find the sits bones, reach and lower. Switch out those hands. Other side, know your modification can just be back to that bend elbow, bend knee, or keeping the low back down. 2. You got it, exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. One more. Nice. And lower it down. Woo! Bring your knees in. Give them a hug. Rock from side to side. Okay, we're still working through that core. We're going to start to prep those legs once again. So we're working now in this leg lower position. I'd like everybody to take their thumb to thumb and pointer to pointer and anchor down. Okay, right underneath those sits bones. Okay, right, framing that tailbone because we're going to get some double leg lowers for single leg scissors. In here, I just want to protect that back. It's not a lot for us. Pointed toes, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and drop the right leg down. It's going to kind of help stretch out those legs. On the exhale, let's switch for single leg scissors and hold. And switch. And switch. Make those legs nice and long. Switch. And switch. And switch. Always pausing and switch. And switch. Here's 4. Switch. 3. Switch. 2. Switch. That's 1. Bring both legs up and in. Relax. Rock from side to side. All right, so we're going to continue with our single leg scissors, but I'm going to work those legs through the hips and the quads just a little bit. Okay, we're going to have some fun here. Okay, so once we're here, yeah, all right. You have options. We're going to start here with our hands right placed where they were. If this is too much, all right, and you feel your low back, all you need to do is drop that back leg down. We're doing leg circles, okay? You can do all these leg circles here, modified, all right? But I'd like to challenge you, okay, if you'd like to take that leg and extend it down, 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 down to where you were in that leg circle position. If I'm lifted at 45, great. I just don't want this leg just flailing all over the place. So hold it, stabilize it wherever it is, nice and low, or modified bent. We're starting leg circles, and I'd like you to make it about the size of a beach ball. Okay, let's think warm thoughts. Now feel that core engage as that leg comes around. Keep it going. We are going to progress here. Up the mountain, down the mountain. Keep going in the same direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that leg there. Now, everybody who is elevated, take that foot flat on the floor. Release the hands from the hips. Lift up into hip bridge. Start those circles again in the same direction. Oh, my goodness. Really, Lauren? Uh-huh. Keep it going. Open up those hips. for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. Now we got to come down the mountain. So reverse those circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those hips right back down. Anchor yourself here. Extend that leg out if you like it where you were. Continue. Take the circles away for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. If your leg is bent, extend it out and we scissor. 10. 9. Oh, yeah. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right, hold that 1. If you need a break, take it. Drop that heel down if you need it. Otherwise, bring those circles in for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Inward if you can. 4. Remember, this is okay. 3. It'll help that back. 2. And 1. If your leg is extended, now bend it. Squeeze the glute. Just get a little bit of elevation. Doesn't have to be high. Continue those circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. Lower those hips back down. Extend that leg only if you like it. Take those circles away for 10. Inner thigh drives in and up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee, lift it up. Here we go. Take it away. 10, 9. Can you do it? 8. This is the point where it's on demand and you fast forward. 6, 5, 4. Don't do that. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Bring it down. Extend that leg out wherever you are. Let's scissor. 10. Oh. 9. Use that core. Hip flexors are tired. 8. 7. 6. 5. Fluid. 4. 3 by 3. 2 by 2. 1 by 1. And relax. Bring your knees in. Rock from side to side. How about it? All right. So we have a hip bridge where we're going to start with a crunch. Okay. So we're still going to work those deep internal core muscles. I know they're not quite done. The core is never done here. We're going to raise it up, okay, into a hip bridge position. We're going to finish with hip bridges and just help open up those hip flexors. But before we do, we want to make sure we can get into that core. Whatever is left, whatever we have left in energy in that core, let's go ahead and find it. So your heels are pressing down. I don't want to thrust my hips up too high, okay? I don't need the arch in my back. I just want to squeeze my glutes up off the ground. So you have this nice long line. Don't feel like you got to thrust up too high because we're going to bring those knees in from a crunch. Modified, and you feel your back. You don't want to do this. You're going to keep your hips down, okay? And you're going to just crunch up here. All right? That's completely fine. Otherwise, you're here, head stays down, tuck those wings underneath you, and let's crunch the knee in. Take a walk. Place it back down. Other side, crunch it in. right? Feeling those deep internal muscles. 2 by 2. Crunch. 3 by 3. Nice and slow. Remember, those hips can stay down. Try maybe one set up. Lifted. Squeeze the glutes as you pull in. Good. Crunch. Whole foot comes down. Whole foot stabilizes you. 5 more. Feel the hamstrings, feel the glutes. Crunch. You get to stretch that back, add in that pelvic tilt. Okay? Finish these last 3 sets up. Drive them in. You got it. Looks good. Feels good. Last set. And relax. Drop your hips. Bring your knees in. Rock from side to side. All right. To make sure we gain success, just let the knees fall to one side. We're just going to get in just a couple hip bridges. I call these, we pop the top. Other side. Let the knees fall over. Spinal twist. Take anything out of those hip flexors that's still hanging on there. All right, so take your legs, extend them out real quick. Take a long body stretch. Float the hands down by your sides. Bend the knees. The wider that your feet are, the more recovery you get. The closer that they are, the harder this is. Squeezing just through the glutes. Add in that pelvic tilt. We lift to the top. We're going to add in a pyramid, so we just lift up one pulse. Lower it down. Just enough time to give the mat a kiss with the hips. Now we lift up for 2 pulses, okay? Lower it down just enough. Let's continue. 3, pulse, and lower. 4, up, 2, 3, 4, and lower. Weight is in those heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Lift again. 6, 5. Remember, just the glute squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Imagine there's a block between those legs. Keep it steady. Keep it strong. 3, 2, 1. We're up to 8 already. Here we go. 8. Then we're coming back down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't lose that engagement. Lower. Come on. 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Just a glute squeeze. Lower it down. Here's 6. Oh, it's burning. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You love it. You know you can't stop now. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Here's 3, 3, 2, 1. Don't lose it. Kiss the mat. Lift right back up for 2, 1. Lower it down. Lift it up. Lower it down. Knees in. Give them a hug. Wow. All right. Little booty burner for the end. Extend your left leg out. Right knee comes in. Stretch. Nice job, guys. A lot of difficult moves tonight. I'm sure everybody did fantastically, but just challenging enough that you want to come back and do this exercise or this workout again and practice. Take it over and stretch. Practice makes practice, right? Perfectly imperfect. We don't want to be perfect. Because if we were perfect, then what? Then what do we strive for? Bring the knee back in. Give it a hug. Switch out those legs. Bring that leg in. Driving it up towards your shoulder. Got some big muscles of the legs today. Take it over. Stretch. Some quadriceps, some hamstrings in the beginning. Quadriceps and hamstrings at the end. Got into those deep internal muscles in the hips. Bringing it back in. Both knees come to your chest. You can use them to rock yourself up. Extend those legs out. Inhale here. Exhale, dive it forward.
Yeah, we had a nice progression for our hip bridges. We had a nice little progression circuit there for our push-ups. Feel free to come back and do that again. Nice. Round it up to flat back. Let's get in one more spinal twist while we're here. Cross your left leg over your right. Loop it around. Twist back. Stretch. Look back past your back shoulder. Nice job. Other side. Cross it over. Latch on. Look back. One more breath. Bringing it back in. All right, pulling ourselves back up to standing, however you want to get there, hanging out in that little ball. I think we deserve a hamstring stretch, forward fold here. Pull the weight back into those heels, open up the back of the knees. Inhale, exhale. I'm gonna bring myself down as we come up, tuck your chin to your chest, round it up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulder blades up, back, and down. Take a step to the center. Take a deep breath in, inhale, reach up. Exhale, float the arms down. Take your hands behind you. Open up that chest. Slide the hands down as you shake your head. No more. You guys did awesome. Relax, clasp in the front. Scoop out the belly. Little pelvic tilt. Inhale here, release, lift up. Grab your right wrist, stretch it over one time. Inhale. Exhale, release, lift up and back. Back to center. Other side. We just stand a little bit taller for the rest of the day here. Working in that postural movement, keeping those cues in our mind. One last breath with me. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for taking the class. Everybody enjoy your day.